So let's see how we can check the names of the objects in our inventory and see if we do have the key that is assigned to that door by the names, by the naming convention that I'm using. I will explain later, you don't have to have it this way. I will show another example, but let me plow through this, and then when you understand how this is working, I'll show you how you can change these names to whatever you want. So you don't have to use door and color and key and color. Because as long as you understand this, how this string is being split, and how the naming convention has to match up after the underscore, and only use one underscore, otherwise everything will break. Anyway, let's look at how we can see the names of our objects in our inventory. Well, pretty much we've already written a loop that goes through all our items in the inventory. We do that in the GUI. There it is there. So we can literally copy that whole line out. Now we're checking if we have a key for that door. Let's create a for loop. And we're going to be doing exactly the same thing as above. So instead of the trigger item, this is going to be an inventory. Inventory item name, which will be a string, and that will equal the game object in my inventory at index I, and that is a game object. So we just ask for it to return the name. And again, while we're doing all this testing, let's debug that out. So the inventory item name, and then give us the inventory item name. I've already shown how that split works, so let's just plow on and do that part as well. So instead of the trigger item name, we're using inventory item name. And that's going to be the inventory item name split at the underscore and not taking out any extra characters. That's what that 0 means. And then let's do that debug again for the inventory item name split. So the inventory item name split, what is it? The first position? What is it at the second position? Alright, so that's just all the debugs for the door and the key. So save that out. Check for any compilation errors. Okay, let's do this. So I have nothing in my inventory. Let's go pick something up at least. So I have collected an item. Now we need to go to the door to get all that debugging happening. So if I check, I only have my green key. Come to the door, it says press E. Now I press E, we should get all those debugs. Okay, let's pause it there. Expand that. That's when we picked up the key. That's when we pressed E at the door. And then we found out the name of our door and split it. And then we've gone through all the items in our inventory. We have the green key, and we split it, so the key is the first word, and the underscore, which is split out, and then green. So we have green. So great, we're starting to create values that we can compare against each other. So if we can just compare the second half of that name string. So now we have that name. Let's do some checks. If, okay, and we're looking for the second half of that string. So if our inventory item name split in the first half, we're going to check if it is equal to our trigger item name split. Okay, and let's just debug again. you have? What do we have? Let's just return one of them. So let's see if we get this debug, if our key, or if we have a key, that matches the name of the door. So start off. Now I really should move the door closer. So let's just pick up the green key. Run back to the door. Hit E. Okay, we've got the debug as before, but we don't have the blue key, so we don't have that message popping up. So let's go and find the blue key. The blue key, pick it up, check my inventory. Yep, I have a green key and a blue key. So now we go to the door. Let me just pause it there, clear the console, come back in. So I'm at the door, and I have two keys. E. And there we have it. So we have it, we're at the door. The door is named blue. We have a green key, we split that, we checked it, no. We have a blue key, we split it, we checked it, and it's told us, yes, you have blue. So at this point of the script, we can actually confirm that we have the key item that works with that switch, that door. So what are we going to do? Let's make something happen now that we've got all that. Alright, so stop that. If I go to my door, I have an animation component, and I already have an animation set on that component. So it's simply going to be an animation play. So let's just bring that up in the Unity scripting reference. Now, this is going to be very different for 4.0 users. I don't have 4.0 yet. I still have 3.5.7 for my iOS stuff, so I haven't upgraded yet. So this part, you're going to have to check how to play an animation depending on your version of Unity. So animation play. Okay, animation play, and the name of the animation as a string. Okay, so this is on, so it's going to be dot animation play. And why is it a dot? Because we're not playing an animation on this game object, we're playing an animation on the trigger item. Trigger script, trigger item. Starting to get really technical now. This is good stuff. Okay, now I've split that off because I'm going to open my scene, and there's, I'm just cross-checking the name of that animation. Okay, there's my animations. It's definitely called door open. We want the door to open. Okay, so I've saved that. Check for compilation errors. Okay, nothing's gone wrong, which is always a good sign. I suppose I should check something else out first. Can I walk through the door? No, that's good. I've set up all my colliders. So I definitely can't walk through that door. Now let's just go and find that blue key. This one's on the way. Let's grab it. There we go. Grab it. Hold the tab. I can check my inventory. Get to the door. Press E. Ta-da! I have a blue key, and the door has opened, and I can go through the door. Yippee! I don't know about you, but I'm excited. That's pretty awesome stuff right there. So let's build out the whole rest of this scene with my other doors and see if this whole system is working. Now we have a lot of debugs there, But even before I go that far, let's just comment all these debugs out. How I do that normally, I just highlight debug log and I hit Control F, so I find all the debug logs in this script. And then MonoDevelop shows me where they all are, so I can just simply go through. And wherever I see one, comment it out. And we have it. Save that. Now we won't have any more debugs, because we tested everything. That's what it's there for. And it will slow things down, especially in your game, even if you build it out. So get rid of your debugs, comment them out. Now let's build all these other objects for these other doors. So let's just duplicate that twice. Move them around. And then I need to give them all the different doors, don't I? Let's take those two doors, get rid of them. This one, the door opened towards me. I'm actually going to rotate it. There we go. Okay, so let's get the other ones going. I have the green door. Bring it to there. Zero it out. Okay, and I did set it back. What's the set back? It's lower to it. Why is it lower? It is too. Okay. So minus 0.5. Let's just say 0.4 back. Okay, so minus 0.5, 0.4 back, and spin it around so the door opens away. Okay, so there's the green one. Now, on the trigger volume, we have to give it the item. And this is nothing that happens in script. It's one thing you do have to set up. I mean, because each trigger volume has its own object, so it'd be impossible to code something in for that to find. So it's just so much easier to do that. Anyway, so there's the green door, the blue door, make the red door happen. On the last volume there, see, I said I didn't set that to 0, so 0.4, turn it around. Great, so we have 3 colored doors and 3 colored keys. Hang on. The door green is assigned. Door red is now assigned. The door blue. Green key. Yeah, they all work because we already have that. Okay, so there's our doors. Now I've made all these wonderful changes, so save the scene. Okay, now this is it. I'm just going to test if all this stuff has come together and it's smart enough. So no matter what we do, it should work. Okay, so that's not opening for us. Go to the green door, press E, looking at it, not opening up for us. Okay, let's go and grab one key. Okay, I have the green key. To check that, green key. And the red door is not opening. Let's try the blue door. Blue door is not opening. What about the green door? Ta-da! Okay, so that's working. Now as you can see, I haven't removed the key from the inventory. I will show you how to do that if you like, but honestly, imagine a real life situation. If you found a key and you were carrying it around, then you found it opened a door, unless the key snapped off in the lock, would you really leave it behind? I don't think so. That's just me and a bit of personal logic. Like, there you go. If I found a door that I could open with that key, I'd pretty much hold on to that key. So that's why, oops, caps lock. If I have a key, I'm not going to let it go. But I will show you how to remove it. If you want to remove the item. And we have the blue door. That's going to be redundant. So that's the other thing too. That message is going to come up even though the door's open. Maybe that's something, and the animation's going to keep playing. So that's something else we need to look at. And there's the last door. Okay, so I think that definitely proves that the system works. That is awesome. Alright, one final thing. I did say I was going to show how to remove that item, because it is a part of the list, so it would be good to know. So here's where we found out that we have the item. We're going through I, inventory count. So back to the array notes. And here we have remove an item from a position at the index that we supply. That's my list. It's going to be my inventory, remove that. So my inventory, remove at index position I. So let's see now if when we open a door we actually do lose the key. Green key, inventory is over green key, come up to the red door, no, it won't open. Okay, hit E, right, just to show you there's my inventory, and let me pause that so you can even see it being removed from the list here. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Coming in, press E, the door opens, and if you look to the right, that key has indeed been removed. So there you go. Even if you do want to have your keys removed, it's just one simple line. We just remove it from the inventory, so it's gone. Alright, we're still in play mode. So I'll press E here now. Okay, because I don't have the key, that's kind of fixed the problem. The door stays open and we're not playing the animation again. So that's an easy fix. Just remove the item and it's not going to trigger that again. But no, we will fix that up properly, because like after I do this, I'm going to show you another example so that you can rename these items. So they don't have to be key and door. And what I'm imagining is, we can still have a door, but what if you pick up a key card? Like you pick up a card that has level 1 access. Okay, I didn't even show that, so I open the red door and obviously I don't have a red key anymore. So finally, blue door. And my inventory is empty. I've used up all my items. Okay. Like I said, let's just quickly show. No, I'm going to stop this one and I'll just make another quick video next to show how we can change the naming convention for like my keycard example.